And we are about to be live.
I think we're live. Chris.
We are live. Hello to everyone out there, and hello to anyone who may be joining us in the future. It's been a strange...
Or in the past, who knows?
In the past. That's entirely... Is it possible? It may be.
If we figure out how to generate tachyons and then we can send this broadcast back to the past, then because they travel faster than light, we're all good.
Sound. Do we want to give anyone a warning about 2020?
Just stay inside for the entirety of 2020. If you're hearing this, if you can hear the sound of my voice, stock up now on toilet roll, pasta, porn, and just anything else you need to survive indoors for at least an entire year. Don't buy a gun, because just don't. And just brush up on your survival skills. Foraging.
And wash your hands.
Goes without saying. Figure out how to make alcohol gel now, and you'll save yourself a buttload, and you can drink it.
You can drink it? Oh my God.
Just in the same way that you can eat nettles, just, it takes a little while for them to be tasty. You just got to work at it. That is the warning from the future.
Awesome. Right. Okay. We've got a few people with us now. I hope they heard the warning. Right. So today is our online horrific Christmas market 2020, and in light of it being a strange year, which we don't need to get into anymore, we decided
living through it. They know about the year, so I think we're allowed to have an online event.
It's December. We got to the end, didn't we? So more fun and games next year.
Oh yes.
So we have our online horrific Christmas market today already. We have a Facebook group, which is on this link, and if you go to that Facebook group, you will be able to see a vast array of traders' albums. If I can pull it up here, we've got.
See, Chris, you said traders. I'm going to say vendors, because it sounds like you're saying traitors, as in they are traitors to the cause. I don't know. It's probably just your accent and my stupid ears, but I'm going to say vendors, if that's okay with you, because with my accent, sure, we've got loads of traitors here, dirty, filthy traitors.
Stallholders, creative crafters. We have a handful of wonderful people independent creatives who produce a lot of this, virtually all of this work themselves, and they put it out to you. And by supporting and buying from these guys, you are helping individuals live their lives and live the dream.
Especially shop local. With so much stuff going on, it's always good to put some money in the pockets of independent traders, as opposed to, I'm saying it now, traders, independent vendors, just so they can every time you buy something from an independent vendor, they do a happy little dance, and they can pay their rent, which is always good, as opposed to just filling Jeff Bezos's pockets with more and more and more.
This is true. It's all true, especially the dance.
Yeah.
Okay. So I suppose we should dive into it. As part of our horrific Christmas market, we tend to have a Santa's grotto.
Yeah.
Although we've never had Santa present. We've had a few.
No, I think the real Santa wouldn't exactly be. He would be very much welcome at any Liverpool Horror Club event, but I don't think it's really brand standard for the real Santa to show up to one of our events. Now we've had a Krampus in the past. We've had a horrifically good-looking hobo Santa from a few years back, and we've had several iterations of the real Santa. But we've got a special guest this time around. I think it's best just to sort of play the video, the little message from her, and people can make of her what they will. So here we have Mother Maggie Pie.
Hello. I am Mother Maggie Pie, and I declare the Liverpool Horror Club online Christmas market open. There'll be lots of bargains for you, lots of things for you to buy. Some of them might be a bit gruesome, but I knows that yous likes that, doesn't yous? 'Cause I likes it too. So get shopping. Get your PayPal out. And enjoy. Huh? With you in a minute.
My days. Mother Maggie Pie.
Yeah, we sort of, it was a last minute thing. We sort of had to fly her in from her homeland. So she's a bit of a diva, but you know she means well. She's a hedge witch, soothsayer type character. She might be doing a tarot reading later on, but she was getting into this Christmas spirit. You saw the Santa hat on there. Hopefully, she didn't kill anyone for it, but you never can tell. They got to get their material from somewhere. That's what I say.
Okay, so let's talk about the traders we have. We're chatting to quite a handful, probably about a dozen of the different vendors across the afternoon, and we're doing a little bit of a show and tell with all of them.
Every time I go to one of the in-person Christmas markets you guys have, cards on the table. I'm not the biggest fan of horror stuff in that sense. Like I like vampires, werewolves, and creature feature sort of things, but the whole general horror thing, it's not quite my bag. But here's the thing about the horror markets: the creativity and the skill and the dedication shown by everyone there. It's just insane. I have no discernible crafting skills whatsoever. So I'm in awe of anyone who can make the amazingly wonderful things. And I've bought several things that are dotted around my house now. I might see if we can see one or two of them. So let's get on with our first guest, shall we? So up first, we have Aaron Ivaldez from Black Goat. Is he ready?
He is ready. Right, I'm going to jump out of the stream so you guys can just have a quick chat, okay?
Problem.
So here's Trev's full face.
Ooh, shiny things. Hello, Aaron.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Hello. I can hear you, yes. Can you hear me?
I can hear you wonderfully. If anything goes wrong during the stream, just panic and burn your house down if that's okay.
On it.
Sweet.
Ready.
Cool. Okay, so if you could, can you give us a little bit of background about yourself and about the Black Goat? Because I'll be honest with you, I haven't got a clue. So I'm curious to know what is Black Goat and who are you?
Well, tough one, really. It's not a tough one. It's a completely easy one. Yeah, the Black Goat kind of embodies my artistic interests, kind of the ancient, the folklore, the kind of, there's always imagery behind the goat and the horned beasts. You know, it's always had connotations throughout history, and it's just something that really appeals to me, and I kind of channel that into my artwork.
Cool. And is it so like the multiple facets of the Black Goat? Like the average person sees like a goat and they go, "Oh no, Satanism," stuff like that. But I imagine there's a lot deeper folkloric traditions behind it. Yeah,
especially this time of year. In the Norse mythologies, Thor comes down to Earth on a chariot pulled by two goats.
Yep.
And it's a tradition. You give a Yule goat to your friends to kind of celebrate that.
Okay.
So, it's a friendly thing. It's a nice thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. And what sort of items have you got for sale this year in the Christmas market?
I've got a few with me here.
Okay.
It's mostly original pieces.
Yeah.
With the current situation, a few of the printers that I use have been limited use, and I've not been able to get hold of anything. So I've kind of thought, well, my original stuff is worth more to me, but I would like to also kind of get it out there,
sure,
let others enjoy it. So here's one of my personal favorites.
Wow. That's outstanding.
Again, kind of goat based. You can see the horns and the beard.
Yeah.
But I've kind of combined it with an anatomical heart.
Yeah.
Just weird, bizarre creature feature kind of stuff I like.
I love it. Love the hail yourself as well. So that, big yourself up, power to your own.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, there's no gods here but yourself.
Cool. And if someone wanted to purchase that original piece of one-of-a-kind art, what sort of price are we looking at?
This is £30.
Okay, so let's say the price starts at £30, and if people want to get into a bidding war, then that's fine.
Yeah, by all means, comment if you want. I only expected 30, but if you guys want to pay more, fine by me.
I think 30 quid for what happened, if you don't mind me asking, or
I'm not very good at skateboarding.
So, neither am I. That's why I don't skateboard.
Yeah, I won't anymore.
Oh, all right, cool. Yeah, that's an impressive injury, I have to say. Just right there, right in the middle.
It's prominent, yeah.
But anyway, it suits the whole vibe. It suits the whole vibe. You're rocking the tooth. Cool. So what else have we got for us? Any other original pieces?
Yes, I've got another favorite. I've got a few Vlad the Impalers left.
Ah, Vlad, what a guy! You go to any standard cocktail party, and there's only little bits of onions on sticks. Go to one of his parties, and you might end up on a stick. That's just the risk you take going to Vlad the Impaler's house. Of course, Vlad Dracul, the inspiration for Dracula. I'm sure everyone watching this will know. Fun fact, I've actually visited the Dracula castle over in Carpathia in Romania.
Very nice.
Nice. It's a beautiful part of the country. Quite a lot of vampire Dracula tat for sale. The best one was a pipe with his head on it, so you could smoke out of Vlad the Impaler's pipe. So, yeah,
amazing. I'll have to go there myself.
Cool. And so all your stuff is available in the album in the Horror Club Market, yeah?
It is, yes. And I've also provided Etsy links, so they will be there permanently as well.
Fantastic. Got a comment from Alabama Worley. Oh my God, that What We Do in the Shadows top is boss. Let's have a look.
Thank you.
Nice.
Guillermo.
Excellent.
Hello, Guillermo.
Oh yeah. I'm just rocking the classic Horror Club t-shirt.
Excellent. We like to see that.
Well, I love the designs. Cool. So what else? I'm just looking at my questions. So how did you get started with the art? Was it just something you've always wanted to do?
Yeah, from a young age, kind of. I think the first thing was when I was younger and I first watched Space Jam, and there was the Monstars. And since then I was like, you know what? I like drawing monsters. I like this. And then, just went with it and went darker and darker. Fantastic.
Are you available for commissions?
I am, yes. If you go on to my Instagram page, you can message me on there. And let's talk commissions. I'm currently actually working on one right now.
Yep.
For a wedding, I'm painting some Doc Martens.
Oh, and big in that, if you would first, Chris. Look at that.
So we've got some wildflowers and a little ram skull. I'm going to add a few things in gold here.
Yeah.
But so anything like this, I'd love to do more of.
Fantastic.
Customer wanted flowers. I'm totally down to do a lot darker things. But yeah.
Excellent. So your Instagram, it's up on the thing there, instagram.com/the _goat_. Everyone can read, hopefully. If they can't, no judgment here. Okay.
No.
Wonderful. Okay, so we're going to crack on with the day. Thank you so much, Aaron.
Awesome. Thank you for having me.
I hope you sell out of everything. And the market isn't just for today. It's open from now until the end of time, when we'll send the Tachyon message back in time. Cool. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Cheers.
Bye. Wow, lots of stuff there from Aaron Valdez. Just the level of art, it's just amazing. I cannot draw anything. No art here. Plenty in the background. That's a Nana Funk original that we have. So up next, are we ready for our next guest, Chris? Are you there, Christopher? Can you hear me? I can't. I can't hear anyone. It's not like I've got a studio feed in my ear. It's just me talking to myself. Oh, there he is. Oh yeah. I would say, where were you? But
I was here, but I forgot you couldn't see or hear me. Yes, we're absolutely ready for our next guest. We have Holly, Amore Rocks, or I always get it wrong. Holly, we will add her to the stream now, and we can have a quick chat.
Hello. Oh. Ah.
Okay. I have a feeling that Trev's having an issue with his audio.
Oh no.
Oh no, I know. Right, okay, well let's let's have me and you have a little.
Can you hear me now?
Hey.
Hey, there we go. I'm so glad I spent over £150 on this mic.
Oh no, it was working fine before as well. What happened?
I know it goes, and no, I don't want to work anymore. So hello, we have the wonderful Amore Rocks right here with Cthulhu Cat Cult. I'm so glad I said that properly. There's so many ways it could have gone wrong.
I know. Yeah.
So most of the people from the horror club will be familiar with you from your more dancey sort of type things, the burlesque and pole and all that sort of stuff, which is just absolutely amazing. But you're here with your artwork capacity. So can you tell us a bit about that and where you got started? What's your name and where'd you come from?
So, well, it's kind of at the moment, because I'm working full time, I'm working on bigger pieces over a longer amount of time.
Yeah.
But yeah, originally it started off as pretty much upcycling and just reworking clothes. And then when I started doing that, I got my real creative vibe back again. So I started drawing, and then I forgot that I could actually draw. So yeah, and then I kind of, with that, I found that I liked to make things into characters. So that's kind of where I've been going with it. It's not something I knew how to do. I didn't know I could do it.
Yeah.
But I remember when I was younger, I used to always draw lots of eyes and lots of mouths. So with my kind of more morpho stuff, they were always quite obvious and everything. And
did you ever blend the two, like eyes in mouths and mouths in eyes and eyes that became mouths? And
somewhere, I don't know if it's in my art book. It might be. I don't know. I've got so many art books. It could be anywhere. But there were. I think there
just to warn you, I've got a thing about eyes. So no, it's you just I just might suddenly cover the camera and vomit. What do you think of this?
Yeah, I don't think it's in this one. I've got loads of art books, but
all right.
But yeah, lots of quite kind of graphic-y and stuff. So probably best I didn't show them. So yeah, but I've been doing a bit of both now because I've got really sustainable. So anything I find, I think I could turn it into something. So I will try and do that. So I've been doing a bit of that, but I really love doing my drawing at the moment. So
have you got some examples of the stuff that we can see that might be for sale today?
So the stuff, I haven't got any of the stuff for sale with me right now because outside in the shed and my kitchen's being ripped out. But the things I have available at the moment, just seeing what I've seen. I've still got my David Lost Boys print, which comes in A4.
Okay.
Red and white. And Paul T. Taylor, fun fact, Paul T. Taylor, who plays one of the new Hellraisers, saw my painting, the original version of it, and absolutely loved it. And when I was at London Film and Comic Con, it's a bit of endorsement.
Nice.
I was my favorite Pinhead, but still, he was a nice man. So yeah, the A4 prints are available. I think I put them up for around £6. I put them a little bit cheaper on the group for this event than on Etsy, because Etsy has fees. And then I've got the original for sale as well, which is bigger than A4, and it's quite 3D because I use paint effects with it and everything.
Okay.
And then my one little one of my characters anyway, which is Winnie the Sleepy Witch Hat. She's available in A5 and A6.
Is it Winnie the what?
Winnie the Sleepy Witch Hat. Hang on, if I bit on my phone, man. Oh, one way, that way. There she is.
Oh.
Yeah.
She's cute.
I love her. So yeah, she's on there. And then like I've got some works in progress, which obviously aren't up for sale yet because I need to actually put them onto my graphics.
Yeah.
I can't remember how I came up with this idea. I think I was watching something about cuttlefish, and you can see my thought process.
Yeah.
The colors that they do. So I've kind of done like, I'm working on this little rave cuttlefish.
Nice.
Bucket hat and like going and everything like that. So that's a work in progress.
A bit of a sort of psychedelia cuttlefish, which is appropriate because of their amazing chromatophores, which which are used to signal and also to communicate with other cuttlefish.
I know, and they're so devious, cuttlefish. I love it. It's like the partners.
I just see them plotting under the sea. Good, yes, we are devious cuttlefish.
I think I thought I had to do cuttlefish anyway at some point because of the Cthulhu as well. So I thought it's a bit of a link.
Very much so.
So yeah, I've got quite a few little characters, but I've not really perfected them yet. But now I've got new tools to use because I've got my iPad I can draw on. I can make them perfect for printing. I've got some of my upcycled clothes on the group as well. Open to commissions on either because I love working to a brief, like a bit of a challenge. I had a Scottish metalhead wedding that she ordered a coat with a skull on the back, which I did up.
Wow.
So yeah, things like that I love doing. But yeah, working to briefs go really well for me.
Because that way you can sort of channel your artistic skills down a particular path, and that way get what both you and the client want. Oh, look at us with corporate speak.
And that's it. And my mind's always going like, oh, what about this? What about this? But if it's a brief, I can just be like, okay, this is what I need to be doing.
That's amazing. I'm just trying to envisage this sort of the wedding dress type thing. It seems like the perfect thing to really put a sort of individual stamp on your big day and your special day.
Definitely.
Yeah, I wore Converse on my wedding day because it was sort of around the time of David Tennant, Doctor Who type vibes. So, I said, can I wear Converse? And Mrs. was like, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Like, sweet.
I see some wonderful like Pinterest and kind of bridesmaids and like groomsmen all wearing different coloured Converse, but they're all wearing like uniform on top, and it's just great. It's really nice.
That's the thing with weddings. You've got to make it your own. You've got to make it individual.
Yeah.
Is there any more? The necklace, is that one of your own pieces, or is that?
No, right. Okay, I've got loads of these. She's called May by Zealot. She's based in Thailand, I think, and these are all dirt cheap. I thought when she put these up, they were going to be like quite a lot of money each. They're not. They're around £12 each, and I bought about 10 necklaces from her. They're all got like fluffy, like same colour as my hair, fluffy necklaces with aliens on and stuff like that. It's just, they're mad. I absolutely love them.
Lovely. Well, if maybe if you can pop it on your like the link on your Instagram or stuff like that, independent artists around the world, let's do that. Let's support everyone that we possibly can. Cool. Well, thank you so much, Amor. Hopefully, you'll be selling out like hotcakes, even though no one's ever bought a hotcake in their life, because you can't cut a cake when it's hot; it'll just go floppy. So thank you very much, and we'll see you later on. All right, have a lovely day. Bye. So Amor rocks there, just selling her wares, not flinging around a pole for a change. Not that that's a bad thing, but it's it's good to see that she's getting back with the drawing. I'm hearing in my ear. I'm not really. I can't hear. I can only hear myself. We're going to get another transmission from Maggie Pie. Is that right, Chris?
It is. There's something strange coming through the airwaves.
Oh, there's always something strange with her. So let's cut to the grotto, as it is, and see what Maggie Pie has in store.
Just because it's Christmas doesn't mean that there aren't ghoulies and ghosties around. I have them floating around my head. I hear them talking to me. They've asked me to sing you a song. So I'll do that for you now. They're lovely, they are. They smell a bit. Christmas, ghoulies go bump in the night. Christmas, ghosties, they like to give you a fright, but they don't like Father Christmas or his elves. They'd like to hit him with a pan and stick him on the shelf. The Christmas ghoulies, Christmas ghosts, Christmas ghoulies, Christmas ghosts. They want you to know that they're always here with you. They're here now. They're looking right at you with their snarty teeth. Right at you, you smell like meat. Right like you, they could chomp on your arm. They're so full of Christmas charm. Christmas ghoulies, Christmas ghosts, Christmas ghoulies, Christmas ghosts. So make sure you keep on the right side of them, 'cause they have sharp teeth and, oh well, they'll bite you quite hard. Christmas ghoulies, Christmas ghosts, Christmas ghoulies, Christmas ghosts. They go ho 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 as they're biting down onto your neck. See you later.
Warning, you know, ghoulies and ghosts, they operate all year round, and so let's just all be good boys and girls in case a ghost starts biting down on our neck. Wonderful. Thank you, Mother Mike.
Yeah.
More from her a little bit later on. Okay, wonderful. Now, I did mention a little bit earlier that I purchased various things throughout the year, throughout the last few years at the Horror Club events, and this little dude is one of them. As you can see, he's the little caterpillar bookworm guy from Labyrinth, and Labyrinth is one of me Mrs.'s favorite films. He's the guy who says, "Don't go to the castle. What do you want to go there for?" So he's that dude, and it's literally handmade, like stitched and all that sort of stuff. I can't remember which vendor it was.
I think that's from the Shadows. Yeah, he travelled up to Liverpool especially for it. We haven't had him up since, but yeah, it'd be good to get him up again. He's a filmmaker as well. He makes a very strange film called Animal Soup. It's vile.
A vile recommendation to me would be, you know, I'll give it a miss. I'll give it a miss. Whereas to the general denizens of the Horror Club, it would be vile. I'll stick that on my list.
It's a reason to watch it. It's pretty grim.
Is it the Orphanage? Is that a Del Toro film? Yeah, I didn't make it past the DVD menu. That's how much of a wimp I am when it comes to sort of like horror, ghosty type things. But stick him in a vampire film. Yeah, cool, no problem. Or werewolves. I think werewolves are probably my favorite one. It's just a pity there's so many terrible werewolf movies out there. Twilight. So that was we're roughly on time. We're running according to schedule ish, which is the best that we can expect for. Yeah. Is our next guest available?
Yes, so this is Dave McCluskey. He is he's an author himself. He runs Damaged Productions, and he's been one of the longest running vendors who's been with us. He was at our very first event back in 2015, and wow. He's been showcasing his work at many of those since. So I'll jump off here and I'll let Dave come in. Okay.
Lovely.
Hello.
Hello, Dave. How are you?
I'm okay. How's yourself?
Very well, thank you. So you're an author.
Chris has just made me feel old there.
Oh, no. Timeless, I think, is what he was going for.
Old and decrepit, maybe. Yeah.
Well, you're not looking like either of those, so let's get that out of the way.
Yeah. I feel it. Go on.
Well, we all do. The cold weather. It's getting into me bones. It's getting into me bones.
Most definitely.
Cool. So, Dave, you're an author. Can you give us a bit of a sort of overview of your body of work? What sort of vibe is it? I'm assuming it's horrific in some way, but what particular subgenre are we going for?
Well, every subgenre that you want to think of, really. I've tried my hand at. I do comics, graphic novels, and novels, and I'm also just broken into the audio book range as well. I've got a few audio books on the go now too. So
okay.
Yeah, so it's like I go from like a spooky horror, which is like ghosts and stuff like that. So I've done a zombie novel. I've done like a supernatural FBI serial killer type vibe.
Okay.
Yeah, historical thrillers, and I've just done a romance book, which has got no horror at all.
You're nothing if not prolific. That's
trying my best.
So I'm a bit of a budding sort of novelist myself. At least I try to do a bit of writing. What's sort of your top tips?
Just do it. Get up early in the morning and just do it. Because I drag myself out of bed and I just grab my computer and I just start typing words. Some of them make sense, some of them don't, but they all just end up in the book anyway. Do you know what I mean? So
get it down. Get it down, then get it good later on.
If you overthink it, if you over-egg it, it's going to be a nightmare. If you just go with the flow and then get it all again in your iterations and your edits and stuff like that, and then you're good to go. Just get that story down, smash, and then you're good.
Excellent.
And then you're good.
What's the latest story that you're working on? What are you working on right now?
I'm working on a story right now, which is I'm hoping is like a bit of a Neil Gaiman vibe.
Love Neil Gaiman.
Yeah, I'm a massive fan of Neil Gaiman. But this one's called the Vaccine Machine. Now, it's nothing to do with COVID. I've had this idea in my head for years, and now COVID's come along and took all the wind out of my sails.
It's just ruining everything this year, isn't it? It's just ruining everything.
The vaccine was mine. Yeah. So it's this one's like a bit of a young adulty type vibe. It's quite bawdy as well. I'm hoping it's funny too, because I like to put a lot of humor in my books. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That won't be out. This one won't be out for a few years. Probably about 2023. I'm looking at this one. But
okay, I'll let everything die down, and then it's like, hey, it'll be like a nostalgia trip to when we were all getting vaccines.
yeah. That's what I'll put in the credits. I'll credit COVID-19.
So you said you're working on like some audiobooks, and I happen to have done a little bit of audiobook narration myself. So if you ever do need a slightly chunky Northern Irish accent, then just hit me up. Chris has got me deets. It'll all be fine.
You've got the accent for it. You definitely have.
Well, I've had it most of my life. You know, I've been in Liverpool now for about 20 years, so it's a little bit watered down. But that's just so I can get away with it.
It's got a little bit of the Scouse sting to it, yeah.
Oh yeah. It means I can.
Very close to Scouse anyway, isn't it? So
completely, yeah. So, what sort of stuff do you have on for sale today? What sort of bargains can people be expecting?
For sale today, what I've got is I've put up my Kindle links, obviously, because we're on a virtual link. But I do have some copies of my graphic novel Doppelganger. Normally these sell for between £8 and £10, but I'm selling them today for £5 plus £1.50 packaging and postage. Doppelganger is a really dark psychological horror about a guy's descent.
Oh, he's frozen. Keep going.
To the market. I've sold quite a few copies at this Christmas market, at the Liverpool Christmas market. But if anyone hasn't got a copy, today's the day. £5. Yeah.
What a bargain at twice the price.
Bargain at you can buy 2 for the price of 1.
You buy 2, you buy 1, you get 1 for the same price.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, so I'm selling that one. I've got physical copies. I've done a version of Christmas Carol, which is written completely in rhyme, and I'm selling copies of that one. That's £10. But for every copy of that I sell, I send £2 to Clare Children's Hospice. So I usually make a donation of around about 150 odd quid each year, which is
fantastic.
Nice. And that's all from the sales of Christmas Carol. And then
and are you? No, I was just going to ask: are you self-published, or do you go? Have you got a publishing house?
No, self-published. Damage Productions all the way. It's the only way you're doing it these days. Trying to get a publishing house, you gotta get a letter from the Pope, and if it's horror, then the Pope's not going to read it. So there you go.
All right. Okay, well, I think that's you had one more thing that you were just saying that when I interrupted you. So could you just what were you about to say?
All I was just going to say is that I've just done an audio book out there, which that's brand new out within the last week or two, and it's only £6 on the Audible website. And it's brilliant. I mean, even if I say so myself, the guy who's done the narrating for it is just phenomenal.
And who's the narrator? Really good.
There's a guy called Liam Scott. Now he's a local lad. He's from Southport, and he and his wife own an amateur dramatic. Well, it's not amateur dramatics. It's like it's a drama club, a drama company, and they put on Christmas Carol every year in St George's Hall. And he's got it down to the bone, and his accents and everything are just absolutely fantastic.
Fabulous. So, wonderful. Thank you so much. All right, you've been absolutely wonderful. Dave, thank you so much for joining us, and best of luck with the books, and just keep writing.
Thanks for having me, and you keep writing as well. Remember?
Oh, I will. Do it, lads. Cheers. Thank you very much.
I'll be down, boys.
Thank you very much, Dave. All right, you take care.
Take it easy. Ta-da.
Bye-bye. So just do it. That's the advice from a decently prolific author there. Sounds wonderful. Right, we're going to crack on. We got our next guest lined up.
We have. So this is Tiffany, or better known as Ducky Flesh Eaters. And yeah, everyone should know her as part of our crew. Yeah. I will add her to the stream now.
Hello. Hello.
Hi. Right, I'm gonna slide out off the screen. That was the wrong.
Oh, that was beautiful, Chris. Hello, and there we are. Hello, Ducky. How are you today?
Well, I'm all right. I feel a little bad for you, though.
Oh no, I'm good.
Well, I heard you mention to Amore Rocks that you have a thing about eyes. So if you,
I'm getting better at it. I'm getting better with it. It used to be I couldn't put anything near my eye. Like this would freak me out. And when people, but I had a job and I had to wear contacts. So
you got a little better.
Yeah. So
have you seen my work before?
You know what? I probably have. I'm probably gone. But if you have any examples there, you've given me a trigger warning, so it's my own fault. So what?
I mean, like the things that I currently have available for sale, I don't really kind of offer things that often. I create things as and when, and every once in a while they go, which is kind of nice. But the little compact that I have is like probably one of the nice little things only finished. See how nice and little it is.
That's a nice little cameo.
Yeah. You see that the eyelid there, the nice little lashes. And then as we, are you ready? Are you ready?
Yeah, go. See, that's not too bad. That's okay. You know, I can live it. The craftsmanship in that is fabulous. It is wonderful. So yeah, tell us a little bit more. Who is Ducky Flesh Eater? On what is your vibe? What's your thing?
So many different things. Ducky Flesh Eater is like a moniker that kind of stuck back in university for something I started doing. So I love the sort of rubber duckies and zombies, combining them together. So what if the ducks rose against the world and started eating the humans instead? So I started. Have you got a Ducky Flesh Eater?
I've got a ducky somewhere. It's I don't know where. Hang on.
We used to make them. I made like 110 of them, I think. And a graphic novel and like all kinds. And anyway, it kind of stuck, and I was quite happy with the name, and continued like blog and the rest. And then kind of my own practice evolved as I got better, you know, from sculpting and using kind of cheaper materials to using slightly more expensive ones, you know, casting, that sort of idea. So now I cast human body parts and turn them into severed limbs. And you know, create synthetic skin and basically try and bring the wonderful, special, gory effects that you see in films into your hand. You know,
into your severed hand. Maybe it might be nice, you know, like if you're having a party and you can just pass around, you know, some canapes. Oh wow, that is fantastic.
Yeah, see, there's the other eye.
Another eye.
But yeah.
I remember watching, what was it? It was an episode of Angel, the Buffy spin-off, and I think there was a child who had an eye like in the back of her head, like a gigantic eye in the back of her head, and it was just like, just yeah. But it's that sort of visceral reaction that I think a lot of the fans of horror, that's what they're sort of searching for. It's like, yes, I made him vomit. Yes.
But there's also, you know, it's that strange kind of uncanniness, isn't it? So when you're looking at this type of stuff, some people do have that visceral reaction, and other people look at it as kind of things of beauty, or like, you know, the exquisiteness. So there's the opposite perspective as well. I mean, I make so much of this and have so many severed bits around my studio all the time that I can't say it makes me sick. very, very, very few things do.
If the Liverpool Central Library, if it reopens again, do yourself a favor. I don't know, you may already know, but go into the Oak Room. Yeah. So it's in the old, and it's there's a book with it's like a leather bound book, and it's got an eye right in the center of it. And it's
gorgeous, absolutely
beautiful.
Gorgeous. I have all kinds of photographs of that one to kind of like, you know, emulate a little bit. I was playing around with the how they kind of stitched that particular book in terms of its flesh, kind of manipulating the leather to look at it. When I originally started making flesh notebooks, so like synthetic kind of covered ones with latex, it was that I took my inspiration from, kind of combining that with a little bit of sort of, you know, the Necronomicon, you know, creating them, so mixing around. So quite a few members of Horror Club actually have the books, which is rather nice. Like that was the first one I sort of made with my little nipple and like hand paper and stuff like that. So, but it's just that, and then as I, you know, learned how to make different things, starting to learn how to paint eyes a little bit better, so they're more realistic, because that eye in that particular book you're referring to is so real. It's fantastic.
Is. But when you look very close, it's comprised of the iris in the book. There's irises, like the flower. That's what they painted there. It's like, oh, double joke.
It is. It's a play on words. It's a beautiful, beautiful piece. So yeah, it's that type of thing as well that I'm, you know, influenced by. So historical books, art itself, you know, gore, horror films, just anything that's kind of freaking fun.
And what sort of items do you have on your virtual store for us today?
Well, those two that I've shown you so far. So that the hand with the eye in it, as well as that little compact. We've got one of my little exorcism kits, so that's here, so you can see this lovely little glass box. Yeah. If we open it up, you can see all the little bits that are sort of inside. There's some photographs on the actual page that kind of show that.
Yeah, everything you might need for the modern exorcist.
It all comes out. It's all sort of like it's got a nice little elastic and a cushion inside to hold everything in as well. So your exorcism on the go. Although with our crew, I'm not entirely sure we want to get rid of demons. We kind of want to summon them. So I perhaps did it the wrong way.
It's every now and again, the thing with demons is you've got to handle them properly, and if they get uppity, you've just got to exercise them back from whence they came.
You do. So maybe. And then one of my lockdown pieces is a severance package. So I have that on offer.
I applaud the gag. I often do, and something like that at that size would probably make anyone gag, really, depending on your reflexes and stuff like that. On that note, Ducky, we're going to say thank you very much for possibly breaking the. We'll probably get shut down now for that imagery at 1 p.m. But thank you so much. Your stuff's online, and thank you. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you. You too.
Well, I did not expect to see that at 1:20 on a Sunday afternoon.
I don't think anyone else did.
No, and luckily we're all terrified. So I think I cursed this when I said, "Oh yeah, we're sort of running on time." We're not. I've just been enjoying chatting to people so much. That's
okay. We've got a little bit of time we can work with in a minute. So I believe we're going to hear from Mother Maggie Pie again shortly. And then following that, we have Another Realm, and then the Haunted Bouncy Castle will be chatting to us.
But aren't all bouncy castles haunted?
Well, that's something you can discuss with Jonas. Okay. So let us go straight over to Mother Maggie Pie again. We will attempt to. She's been a bit juddery the last couple of times.
We have to commune. We have to contact her.
Push the spirits in.
Yeah.
Okay.
If only Leslie was here.
Well, where is my latte? I asked for it 5 minutes ago. Why isn't it here? I'm sitting here waiting. All I want is me frothy, milky drink. Oh, hello. And welcome back to Mother Maggie Pie's section. It's very warm and it's very moist. Now in this section, I'm going to be interviewing a great creature. This creature is a relative of a thing far, 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 far away in history, not in distance, as I won't be able to see, not with my bad eye. Who have we got, Maggie? Who have we got? We have got Ronald. Ronald the rat who was here in the plague. Hello, Ronald, how are you doing? Hello. Oh, very well, thank you. Oh, very well. So, Ronald, tell us this. Who was it who actually lived through the plague and managed to breed lots and lots of times so that you were created with all of your brothers and sisters? Well, it was actually McGranny. It was McGranny who brought over the plague. What? Brought over the plague? Yeah. She was over where the plague was. And she decided, you know what? I think I'd like to take that over to England. So she did. Breaking news, ladies and gentlemen, breaking news. You have met a relative of the first plague carrier rat. I don't think I could be even more excited. Right, hold on. There's a bit of scummy food over there. Go get. All
right. So that's how COVID started. It all makes sense. It was a rat from the past. Of course it was. Breaking news, folks. You heard it here. COVID caused by a rat from the past traveling forward in time because of a hedge witch.
She puts her hand in some strange places, doesn't she?
You have no idea. Cool. So, is it Sasha next? Yes.
Yes. We have Sasha queued up, and I will attempt to vanish myself, and then I'll introduce Sasha. Okay.
Okey-doke.
So,
Hello. Hello. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Wonderful. Hello, Sasha. How are you doing?
Hi, I'm all right.
Excellent. I'm good. Just, trying to recover from Mother Maggie Pie's ministrations. So you're from another realm now. Can you tell us what or who or which or why is another realm?
I like to think, as I'm quite a scattered person, it's like a cabinet of curiosities of my mind. So I am primarily an illustrator, but I've been dipping into laser cutting and other things really, and just kind of seeing where my illustration takes me into the physical sphere.
Okay. Are the pieces that you're wearing now, are they your own? Like I'm seeing like the moons and the bats and stuff like that.
Would you like to see some other
things? Yes, please.
I haven't put these up on my shop yet, but I'm going to. So I've got stars. I've got snakes up already. The lightning.
Nice.
This is a new one.
Oh, that's fun. That's an amazing glitter effect you got going on there.
Yeah.
Cool.
And I laser cut. I've got some decorations that I've put up on my shop. So I've got these like Krampuses. Is it like kind of really spoopy Krampuses?
So if your tree's looking a little bit bare, stick some Krampuses on it, and just give your children some nightmares, because some kids, they could do with a few nightmares now and again. Just saying, they're not all angels. So how long have you been like in the artistic sphere for? Like, has it just been something you've always wanted to do, or is it just something you've?
I've always done it, years and years. I've just kind of got better at it in the last few years, and just kind of wanted to sell my stuff more. And I like making stuff that I would wear, and it's kind of nice that like people also like to wear them too.
It's like a chef he'll cook the things they want to eat, and if other people like it as well, fantastic. So I think with any artistic endeavor, you've got to do what you want first, and if people like it, fabulous. If they don't,
Yeah. But yeah, I've done well this year, considering I thought I would be doing other things, but COVID and all that shit.
Yeah.
But somehow I've been doing other things instead, so it's worked out all right, really.
Fabulous. Do you have any of your non-laser? Have you got like artwork or stuff like that available today?
Right. So I've got
because I'm loving your pieces. I'm very curious. Ooh.
There's I'll show you some of my greeting cards. So this is solstice hairs. It's actually, it can go either way up, because you've got like your summer and your winter solstice.
Oh, wonderful.
And then so this, I don't know if I'm pronouncing this right, but it's Yola Kuturin, the Icelandic Yule cat, who, according to legend, is a giant monstrous cat that eats children who don't get new clothes for Christmas.
That's an amazing story.
And then I'm quite a big fan of folk horror, so like that's right up my street. And this one, again, forgive my pronunciation, but it's Mary Lewis, who is Welsh traditional horse skull wassailing. Do you say wassailing? I don't know how you pronounce that.
I would say wassail.
Rat battle at the doorstep kind of thing. So yeah, there's she, and then Merry Witchmas, because I like all things witchy.
Wonderful. So some lovely seasonal products there, and just as pieces of art, they are fabulous. I mentioned before how I have no artistic side, at least not for drawing or anything like that. So just they are absolutely fabulous pieces.
Thank you.
My wife specifically said, "Don't get any jewelry this year," because I sort of, that's sort of my go-to present. But sorry, but she didn't say anything about her birthday. Wonderful, Sasha. Thank you so much for showing us your wares. That sounded rude. You know what I mean. Like I said, the shop is open from now until the end of time.
I'm continuing to update it because I've been making Cabinet of Curiosities, and they're not live yet, but they will be today. So
Ooh, and are you just very quickly? Are you available for commissions?
Yes, I am. Yeah.
Fabulous. Get your own personalized piece of wonderfulness from another realm. Thank you very much, Sasha. Bye-bye.
Oh, just I was going to say before she goes, she also does mugs. This is a Baffo mug. I'm struggling to get it in front of the camera, and that's made by Another Realm as well. Yeah, she does a range of mugs and coasters to match like a gift set.
You would be a mug if you didn't buy one.
Indeed.
Cool.
Okay.
Is the bouncy person? Are they ready?
Yes, there's Jonas of the haunted bouncy castle. Right, we'll move straight on.
All right, cool.
Hiya.
Hello, Jonas. Wow, look at that backdrop. It's like that's just Christmas in a galaxy far, far away. That's just wonderful. Yeah. So, Jonas of the haunted bouncy. I love how that's just your name now.
Yes,
like
that's your, entirely my name, even though I did misspell it. But that's part of the deal because I do have dyslexia. So
it's all good. So, Jonas of the haunted bouncy castle, tell us a bit more about yourself. And is it true that all bouncy castles are indeed haunted?
Absolutely, but especially this one.
Of course. Please explain.
Basically, what this is my partner Jessica and I are both artists, have been doing art together for a long time now. And once we've moved over here to the UK, which was only last year's March, obviously we had to bring out a new kind of like a way of actually being a company, and this time. We used to be sole traders back where we lived before, and since we were both kind of like doing stuff together mostly now, we decided to make like a little company, and the name The Haunted Bouncy Castle was actually a product first. So we have a little hardened enamel pin. That is just the Haunted Bouncy Castle logo, basically, and there was an idea that I came up with while we were still living back in Berlin, and we originally had some other ideas for a name, but then decided the Haunted Bouncy Castle was just kind of very fitting for what we do, because it is spooky and also fun at the same time, and that's kind of the vibe that we're trying to go for.
And it's a very evocative name. It's like the Haunted Bouncy Castle. My mind is going to some very strange places. I don't mind telling you.
And those are all the correct places.
So is it like an event thing? Like, can people hire an actual bouncy castle?
No, absolutely. We do not have a actual real life bouncy castle, and we are getting that question way too many times. Obviously.
Well, you see, when you have a name like bouncy castle, people just
maybe one day. I mean, I do spend a lot of time sewing, so maybe at some point I might make one, but that way madness lies, I guess.
Yeah.
No, what we do is a bunch of spooky gifts, gothic home decor, and just like various accessories that we mostly make ourselves these days. We've kind of accumulated a lot of production capability over the last years. So we have our own 3D printer, which we use to make things like these little plant pots that are like a little ghost and a little pumpkin lantern. Which are available in different sizes and different colors as well. Here's a little tiny one that's actual orange, but you won't see it very well in the lighting.
Yeah, we can see.
We do a bunch of plushies as well. Most recently, I've got a very loafy cat bat.
Look at him.
It's soft and squishy, and it's a big loaf. And it's grumpy because every good plushie is grumpy.
Okay, so that's the secret to a good plushie. Make it grumpy.
We've also got these little witches.
Nice.
And then there is as well these little ghosts and planchette pillows. And
a planchette pillow.
Yeah, a planchette pillow.
What?
So cozy communion with the ghosts.
Okay, nice.
Then we also have a couple of seasonal products as well, of course, like these little greeting cards here.
Yep. Nice.
Merry Xmas. And Happy Krampusnacht as well.
Of course.
Which we're coming up to, if I'm not mistaken, as well.
I believe so. I think it's in the offing.
Yes. And another big thing for us that we're doing is we have a little small press as well, where we have started to publish anthologies of short fiction and illustration by various artists from all over the world, actually. All members of the LGBTQIA community, like ourselves. The first one's been published this year. It's called Neon Horror.
Yeah.
And we
just keep holding that up for us. Yes. And we'll get a bit of a zoom in. There we are.
Yes.
That looks fabulous.
Thank you. The artwork is on the cover is by Jessica, my partner.
Wonderful.
So what we're trying to do is not only, of course, like making good anthologies of high quality writing and illustration and so on and so forth, but also just like giving a space to people from these marginalized communities who are having a disproportionately hard time getting published elsewhere. You know?
Yeah.
So we are centering our admissions around people from the community and also from disabled communities and people of color communities.
You're accepting submissions like from all those places, from all those communities. If someone is watching and maybe they want to submit something, what's the best place to?
Well, we're doing specific submission drives for individual anthologies. The second one has just passed, so we've gotten submissions over September and October for our second anthology, Skulls and Spells, which is a magical queer horror anthology, which will be appearing next year, and are just now wrapping up the process of going through those submissions and like choosing which ones will be actually in the book. And
that sounds like a tough but fabulous job to do, just reading these wonderful stories.
Let me tell you, it is absolutely amazing the amount of talent that people have chosen to share with us. Is absolutely humbling, because we are a really, really new little tiny micropress.
Yeah.
And people who have such fabulous talent and write some of the creepiest stuff I have ever laid my eyes on. And that, I mean that as the highest of compliments. Obviously.
Oh, of course. There's no point writing a horror story if it's not going to creep someone out. Absolutely.
And such very personal stories that are incredibly cathartic as well. Yeah. It's amazing that people trust us to put that in our hands and make something out of it. And we're also incredibly lucky to have a very good printer for these books on our hands, whom a lot of people in the British comics community will know as CPUC, the Comic Printing UK, who is just making these gorgeous books, and we're very, very happy with what we've got and what we're going to be getting from him.
And that's available on your section of the Christmas market.
Yes, that's available through our store. If you are in York, you may also get it from Portal Bookshop, and there is also some copies. Might still be some copies in Leeds at the Bookish Type.
Wonderful.
And we're going to be continuing to add more physical locations to the roster of bookshops that actually carry this book. And the next one.
If I can recommend, I don't know if you know Liverpool very well, but there's a bookshop called News from Nowhere.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We wanted to. They are definitely on our list of getting in touch with.
Fabulous. Okay, well, we're gonna just one last thing. Could you please say the haunted bouncy castle in German? Or your native language, because I'm very curious as to how it sounds.
What would that be? Die heimgesuchte Hüpfburg.
That's fabulous.
Because bouncy castle is Hüpfburg. Hüpf is or hüpfen is bouncing or hopping. And castle is Burg.
Yeah.
And haunted is, I guess, is closest is heimgesucht.
Heimgesucht.
Sounds way creepier in German because everything sounds creepier in German.
Well, yeah, I'm not going to get into that sort of debate, but if you say so, I'll believe you.
Take it from a native speaker. Everything is horrible.
Jonas of the Haunted Bouncy Castle, Dankeschön, and have a wonderful Krampusnacht.
Thank you. You too.
All right, take care.
Bye.
It's an amazing project that they've got going. I am ever so slightly disappointed that there isn't a physical bouncy castle that we can go into, but it would be a nightmare to disinfect between all the different people. But it's just, that sounds like an amazing, wonderfully inclusive project that they've got going.
We almost had a bouncy castle at Horrorfest last year. Let's work on that.
Imagine the mess. Oh, the mess. Wonderful. Okay, so are we going to move on, or have we got Maggie?
Yes. Let's while we're talking horror books, let's have a chat to Tom Stearns. We've got him waiting along the side, and I think if I bring him on now, you can have a little chat with him.
Can you hear me?
Yes, very well, Tom.
Well, no, the chin, and the COVID haircut. What am I supposed to do?
I very luckily managed to get a haircut yesterday, but it's ginger, so there's only so much I can do with it.
Better than mine anyway. But
so, Tom, how's it going? How are you today?
Yeah, I'm not too bad. It's just it's a shame that we can't actually be freezing ourselves in venue. But at least it's a bit warmer at home. But
it is, and my kitchen's just there, so I can get a cup of tea if I want one.
Yeah, exactly.
So, tell us a bit about yourself, about what sort of horror vibe you've got going on.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I've got a few different things to write. To break them in gently, this is. I noticed Jonas before was talking about cathartic. This is something that was cathartic for me by a young boy, bullied at school, in love with a young girl who doesn't know he exists, and he finds this weird little chest that claims to have magic things inside, but unfortunately there's a price to pay. So this is young adults, but it didn't really start off as young adults, but it just fell in that direction. And that's one of my favorite books, The Darkness Within, available on Amazon. I'd say local bookshops, but it's not. So,
well, Amazon is useful for something, so we'll let you off this one time.
Yeah.
So, is that you said it didn't start off as young adult, but it found its way there? Just to chat quickly. What's your sort of writing process like? Do you start with an idea and then plot it all out, or do you just start with an idea and just
see where it goes? I mean, it's usually a marrying of two ideas. I'll have an idea of a lad, like for this example, like a lad being bullied and, unrequited love. And then I think, well, that's a bit normal. And then suddenly I'll think of something else and then they'll fit and they'll just run like that. I'm definitely not a plotter. I even have an idea of where I'm writing a section and the characters will just do what they want, and then it'll end up completely different from where it started. And that's the most exciting thing for me, is coming up with characters and just watching them grow and run away with it.
And so it's the discovery of that you're finding alongside the characters. You're discovering the story as well. How, like one of the other author that we had on, he said you just get it down and then you fix it in editing. You just
oh yeah, absolutely. There's that saying that I hear on American horror films, kill them all, let God sort them out. And it's sort of like that, get it down on the paper. I mean, sometimes I write, it's awful, but you're just like, the man walked into the room, he sat down, just get it down and fix it later, because that's the only way you'll do anything. If you sit there and wait till you write the perfect sentence, you'll never get anything done.
You can't just sit there just pondering, waiting for inspiration to strike.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes you have to. I mean, writer's block comes to everybody, but you've got to power through it. It's got, I mean, judging by the chins, you can tell I don't do much running, but it is kind of thick. You've got to run through the stitch.
Yeah.
So and that's the only way you get it done.
Yeah, just it's people, myself included, don't realize just how much of a slog writing for a living is. It's a job in and of itself.
Yeah.
But I do love Roald Dahl's way of writing. He would write for 2 hours in the morning, have lunch, a couple of gin and tonics, 2 hours in the afternoon, done.
Yeah. But alcohol does help. It's annoying, but it does.
Well, there's a happy medium. I would proffer.
I'm not going to go the full Dylan Thomas way, but I don't think I could.
No, you want to keep your liver.
Yeah. But it does help, and also as well with writing horror as well. Sometimes, like I've just finished one recently that's due out probably shortly, and I kind of ground to a halt towards the end because I knew what I had to do to the characters. I knew what was coming for them, and I was like, oh God! So I had to psych myself up to do that. Those poor people.
I know, what author was it? I think it's Jim Butcher who does the Dresden Files, and I think he just relishes in setting up his characters just to get enough happiness, and then snatch it away, and just it's life plus pain equals comedy. So.
Well, yeah, I mean, most horror books, people aren't happy, are they? Either they're going through a divorce or they're struggling or they're evil or whatever. And they're interesting characters. No one really wants to read about a man that gets up and goes to work every day, has a cheese sandwich and then comes home, unless he's got heads in the fridge when he gets back, you know what I mean? So
gotta have a snack.
Exactly, no one wants to read it,
And you say that's the most recent thing that you're working on. Have you anything coming out very soon, or any sort of exclusives that you can reveal for us?
Well, yeah, the book Awakening is it's just at the proofreaders at the moment. So I mean, I'm hoping to get that out soon. And paperbacks obviously in the new year, but hopefully released on Amazon before Christmas. So yeah.
And are you self-publishing as well, or?
Yeah, self-publishing. I mean, it's like Dave said before. It's like you're writing. You're an indie author of, I have to say, decent quality, because there is a lot of great stuff out there, but there's also a lot of terrible stuff out there. And especially writing horror, publishers, it's starting to creep back a little bit, but mainly not violent horror, I think.
It does get quite violent. Dominated by like the Stephen Kings and the Dean Kuntzes of the world, so it just the original voices aren't quite being heard as well as they could be.
But they've become a bit safe now. I think that I mean, I still read Stephen King, but the edge that he had in the late 70s, early 80s, to me, isn't there anymore. But he can charge $9.99 for a Kindle book, so good luck to him.
I make it a point of not paying any more than about £5 for a Kindle book, because fair enough, it's just data. Fair enough, it's very well written data, but data nonetheless.
Well, you can buy a Kindle book for $9.99, but get the hardback for $6.99. So I've never really understood that. So yeah.
No, you're all right with that one.
Yeah.
How much are your books at the moment?
Short stories 99 pence and novels £1.99.
Bargain. I'll have 10.
I'll look out for the sales later. I'll hold it to that.
Awesome. Tom, thank you very much. Here, more power to the horror writers in the world. Thank you so much.
All right, and thanks for not talking about my chin. Bye.
Wonderful. It's good to see so many writers out there. Yeah, the chin attacks us all. Hang on. The computer's doing something weird. Yeah, cool. Lovely. So, who do we have next, Chris?
I think we've got an incoming transmission. You know.
Oh no! Her again.
From the grotto.
I did get like a taste of sour milk in my mouth, so maybe that's what's going on. Okay, well let's see what she has to say for herself.
Okay.
I know it sounds like I'm being picky, but I actually asked for cinnamon that time, didn't I? Cinnamon. Yeah. Is the cinnamon? No, I don't think it is. Take it away. Just take it away.
It's Christmas.
No, I don't care. I don't want it. Oh. Hello, and welcome back to a slice of Maggie pie. So, what we're going to do now is very exciting. I've got me Santa hat that I actually ripped off the head of someone that wasn't the real Santa. I actually ripped his head off. I didn't mean to. I was just grabbing the hat, but it was actually attached to his head because he'd pinned it, so his head came off. But he deserved everything he got. So, right. What I'm going to do is have a delve in the Santa hat through the blood and gore and guts. And we'll see what comes out. And I hope this means things to yous that are watching. The first thing to come out is... Oh, what is it? Ooh. The first thing to come out is a pink alien. I think we all know what pink aliens mean, don't we? Things in our life aren't always black and white. Things in our life are often alien to the way that we think, the way that we believe, the way that we know. Be more pink alien. Next. Rooting around. Ooh. Oh, I know what this is. I know right what this is. This is a little Beetlejuice that had a bit of Santa's fluff on his feet. Beware of the fluff of Santa on your feet, especially if you are Beetlejuice, because the juice of Santa's hat may flood you. Next. Let's have a little look. Ooh. No, I think we all know that this card is a very special card. Trevor Voorhee card. When you get that, it means everything is going to go tickety-boo, unless it doesn't, and then it'll be bad. Next. Rummaging around in Santa's hat. What's this? Oh. We have a little skeleton man whose arms move. Now what this means, that not many people know this, but the movie Army Skeleton Man means that love and light might actually come into your life and then get squashed forever. That's it.
Oh my God.
The talent there, and just the fact that she can link in so well with the universe and the spirits at large, it's baffling, and that Trevor Voorhee card, that oof, yeah,
you know what,
it's a fine specimen.
I've got one
Oh my God! Well, you're just going to be living your best life.
You know what? There's only about 3 of those in existence, so that is an omen.
Limited edition. Yeah.
Sure.
When the 3 are united, that's when the apocalypse will happen. Yeah. I've just got a message. Someone's going to be dropping something off around at the house, so I might just need to disappear from the stream for a number of moments. If that happens, I do apologize, but we are live.
I'll hold the fort, or we can let our guests manage themselves.
We'll see how. We'll see how it goes. I literally just got a message saying, "Do you mind if I drop it off at 2?" I was like, yeah, okay. All right. So
no bother.
Right, so who do we have next? Because we're sort of, I'm a wee bit. I've got my schedule in front of me, but it's all a bit wrong.
We're still good. Don't worry. So we've got Kitty Massacre, and her company is called Grim Oddities. So we'll throw Kitty in now.
Hi.
Hello. How are you doing?
I have a cat that's decided to gig in.
That's cats for you. They are part demon. But that's fine. It's all good. Hello. What is the cat called?
This is Mr. J. You gonna say hello, Mr. J? No. Oh, it's just me.
Oh, and just you is perfect enough. So, Kitty and other Kitty, Grim Oddities. Tell us, what are you? What is you? What do you do?
So we're a jewelry and home kind of brand. Everything's very like witchcraft and gothic like inspired, with a lot of horror kind of influences as well. So yeah, that kind of really sums it up.
Okay.
The cat when Kitty's live. I have 3 cats.
They're going to be everywhere. Yeah, I'm allergic to cats, so that's why I don't go do the cats. What sort of items? Welcome to chaos. They say never work with animals or go live with animals. So, and we're finding out why.
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah, cool. So, what sort of items can people see on your market stall today? Your virtual market stall.
So, one of the new products that we've got are these little spell candles. So, I don't know if you can try to get something.
Yeah. Back a little bit.
Yeah.
Whoa.
It kind of. Like, yeah. So there's better pictures online. So they're all kind of,
Kitty, I'm just going to have to pause you there. Chris, if you can take over. That's the guy who's just gone. So, 1 sec.
that was great timing.
It was.
Okay. Okay, so we saw your candle. What else have you got there? Let's have a look at some of your others.
We have... So everything, obviously, because you know what I'm like. I like everything big and OTT. So we've got quite a lot of big pendants that are live on the store.
Yeah, gorgeous.
That's very nice. As well. As well with some little ones as well that are kind of a lot more cuter and kind of smaller. But with if anyone's making an order today, I'm gonna throw in one of the metal stamp snowflakes that are only going to be available at Christmas. So
it's an exclusive offer for people there. Wonderful.
So, as well as the 20% off that's on, if you go onto the Grim Oddities page, we've also started selling lashes. I've just had a cat knock everything over. Oh well.
Of course you have.
So we've started selling lashes, and they're all 25 millimeter foam ink lashes, so literally go big or go home, and they come in a set with an applicator tool and a little brush. Like, I'm wearing one of them now. So
I could have done with those when I was playing the Ugly Sisters a few years back in Panto. They look absolutely fabulous. They're a bugger to put on, but
you get used to it. But they're all like, so they're very like women of horror kind of influence. So I've got Rosemary, Carrie, Tiffany, and Tramel. So
I know the first 2 I'm aware of. Like I say, I'm not the biggest horror fan.
Tiffany is Bride of Chucky, and then Catherine Tramel. So
wonderful. Yeah, Bride of Chucky. There's something about a short ginger thing running around. It's sort of a little too close to home for me.
Oh, is it? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to dress my nephew up as Chucky one of these years. And there's the cat as
There
well.
is the cat.
So you said there's a special 20% off. This is wonderful. Cool. Sorry, I'm just a bit thrown by having to go and answer the door. And the cat.
You can never escape one, like ever.
Well, you know,
I've got two in here now.
Listen, I'll tell you what, we'll let you go before they literally destroy your computer, which cats are known to see. Listen, thank you so much, Kitty. It literally is. It could be leading to a kitty massacre there if we don't crack on.
No,
of course,
never.
that would never happen. No,
Never.
cats are sacred and sacrosanct in horror movies. Cool. Thank you so much, Kitty, and other Kitty.
Yeah, this is just my life.
Wonderful.
Well, thank you for having me.
No, not at all. Thank you so much for showing your wares and for the cat showing its arse quite significantly.
Literally.
Yeah. Don't make a necklace of that one.
Okay. But before you go, what's the discount code you have available?
So it's Horrific Market. So if you use Horrific Market, it's 20% off.
All
Awesome.
small case, all one word.
Yeah. All
Awesome,
one word, all small case. I also wanted to say in the next collection, it's obviously going to be very like Valentine's Day themed, and it's all going to be horror characters because that's my one true love. So yeah, look out on the store for that. I'll be obviously throwing some kind of teasers on the Instagram and Facebook before they launch anyway. So
fabulous.
Excellent stuff. All right. Okay. We'll say goodbye to you now, Kitty.
All right. See you later.
Okay, take care,
Bye.
Kitty. Bye. And
I've got my thing. It's all good. There should be no further interruptions. So sorry about that.
No worries. These things happen. I hope it was a good drop off.
It's a green screen for a murder mystery thing that I'm doing. So yay!
Of course it is. Of course it is. Okay. So next up we have Vinny from Hatter's Top Tables, and
Wonderful.
I'll get them on, and we can have a little chat.
Hello, Vinny. How you doing?
How are you doing?
Very well, thank you. So, Hatter's Top Tables. Tell us about yourself. Who are you? What you from? Where you from?
Manchester based. We reclaim like teddies and dolls and change them into horror characters. So we've done this one like Pinhead. That's pretty cool.
That is both
Yeah,
fabulous and terrifying at the same time.
Yeah, cool.
Awesome. So, what sort of specials have you got working on at the moment? What sort of any new releases, things like that?
Yeah, we've got Krampus. We've just made a couple of Krampuses, so we've got these as well. So this is what we've been working on over the Christmas period.
Yeah.
So we've made a few of these. We've made some evil snowmen as well. Can you see that guy there?
Oh yeah. Oh, that's. I mean this in the nicest possible way, but that's disgusting.
Yeah, a bit spooky, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, then we've done Santa's gravestone as well.
Oh, that is so dark and fabulous. Love it. So how long have you been doing this for? Like how long's Hatter's Top Tables been working for?
12 years. When the kids were younger, and we started doing like Halloween parties. So we thought start doing our own decorations, and that's how it started. Started listing a few stuff on eBay and stuff like that, and just picked up from there really.
Yeah, and when have you always done horror themed things, or just always? Is it something that you veered into?
Yeah, we kind of started with like witch stuff and, like Harry Potter kind of stuff, like potion bottles and spell books, and then just started, trying dolls and stuff like that, like making them into the other characters and stuff like that.
Yeah. And obviously they must sell, otherwise why would you do them?
Yeah, pretty all right. We like going to the cons and stuff like that, but missed them this year, really. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
People and stuff like that, yeah.
Yeah.
So
What's the what would be the sort of the strangest commission you've had to do? Like with if you had to pick one piece, you say that was messed up.
We made like a full size, like it was like a doll, like a mannequin out of a skeleton with like a mop head, and that was like full size. That was pretty good. That was for someone who did events and stuff like that, and she asked us to make that, but that was pretty dark.
Yeah.
So I get it in the garden. It's that big of a prop. Do you know what I mean? Out there, neighbours are like, what's he doing?
Oh, they're the mad ones next door. They've got dead bodies and everything.
Yeah.
I'm loving your Christmas jumper. I have to say, thank you very much. You made a bit of an effort, which is nice. Gremlins. Now, Gremlins, perfect Christmas movie, I think.
Yeah, and they're doing the new one, aren't they? I've heard, using the puppets. They're supposed to be. I've seen a few posts and stuff like that. They're not doing CGI. It's going to be like the puppets this time. I don't know how true that is.
I've not heard it, but I'm not really on the
post. I've seen a few posts about, so I don't know how true it is.
Well, I hope they pay enough what's the word, homage to the original, but do something fresh at the same time.
Yeah.
Cool. So, do you have any special deals that any of our horror club folk can get their hands on?
Yeah, we've put like a few tree decorations and stuff like that, where it's all on my album today. If they click on there, it's like probably about £5 off my normal price, what I normally charge. So they're getting like a few tree decorations and stuff like that.
Yeah.
A few show offers, a few stuff we've tried to, not tried to sell. It's been on there, but I thought I'll axe the price a bit, see how it goes. Yeah.
May as well, you know, can't win the lottery if you're not in the...
Year,
Sorry?
It's been a funny year, like, you know, not being out there selling and stuff like that. It's all been online kind of stuff. And
yeah, what's your biggest seller at the moment?
Mystery boxes. Yeah, we've been doing like Christmas mystery boxes, and do you know what I mean? Just putting all our stuff in a box, and
so people open up and they don't know what to get.
Christmas theme ones as well, so we're gift wrapping everything what's in the box.
Yeah,
done a full new range of stuff what we've been doing and stuff like that. So it's been quite good.
How much are the mystery boxes?
We've got some at £15 where they get a teddy in it, one of our other teddies, and a few other stuff, and then we've got the bigger boxes at £27.
So not breaking the bank or anything,
no, I like to keep the prices quite reasonable, really.
Yeah, and then you got postage and packaging, obviously, on top of that. But yeah, I think if 15, 30 quid, especially if you're getting something handmade from an independent business person, it's a perfect amount, I would say.
It's all gift wraps as well, so they don't have to mess about.
There you go. There you go. And if you've got loads of people to buy for, just get one of your boxes and divvy out the presents.
Yeah, there's the Secret Santas.
Wonderful. Awesome. Thank you so much, Vinny, for coming to us, coming to chat to us. Loving the tiny hat. Yeah. Either you've got a massive head or the hat's really small.
Oh, yeah, it's a big hat.
All right. Thank you so much for joining, and have a wonderful Christmas.
I will. Thank you.
Cheers.
Cheers, mate.
Well, who doesn't look? He put some effort into it.
Hang on.
Oh, I was just chatting.
There we go. I'm sorry. Trouble with the buttons. We've had Vinny and Hatter's Top Tables at quite a few of our events, and his stuff always goes down so well. Those mystery boxes are pretty awesome.
Definitely like quite the bargain.
Yeah, absolutely. You always get weird handmade creations in there. It's always a surprise.
Yeah, dolls aren't creepy enough. Let's just horrify them and make them uber creepy. Yeah, that's what we want.
Exactly. Yes. Yeah. Oh, you know what? We've got another grotto transmission coming in.
You know what? I had the taste of burnt toast in my mouth. Burnt toast. That or I'm having a stroke. Okay, let's see what she has to say this time.
So the next piece of Mother Maggie Pie is going to be another song. A song about the dangers of tinsel. We all see it everywhere, don't we, around Christmas? Shining away, shining away. Well, who knows where that shine can take you? Who knows where that shine is gonna be? We might know now. Tinsel, it shines in the sky. Tinsel, what happens if you get it in your eye? It cuts your eye open, cuts your eye in half, cuts your eye like a big knife. It quite smarts. Tinsel, tinsel, it shines in the air. Tinsel, tinsel, it gets everywhere. It gets in places you don't want it to. Gets in places you don't want it to. Gets in places you don't want it to. And then your insides fall out. Tinsel, tinsel, gets everywhere. Tinsel, tinsel, the worst is when it's in your hair. 'Cause if you scratch your head, forgetting that it's there, the tinsel cuts right into your scalp. It cuts right into your scalp. Tinsel, tinsel, don't put it in your mouth. Tinsel, tinsel, 'cause when you want to shout, your mouth will be full of blood and gore. Full of blood and more. I'll shove the tinsel down your throat just to prove a point. Don't put tinsel anywhere. Don't put tinsel anywhere. I'm warning you.
We've been warned.
Yeah, good advice. Good advice. Because she mentioned cutting of the eyes and just.
Yeah, tinsel's well dodgy.
It's just don't get it. Don't see the point in it. Just plastic nonsense.
There's a wonderfully terrible film called Treevenge, which is all about killer Christmas trees. It's definitely worth checking out. It may be on YouTube in its entirety.
Of course. Why not? For sure. Yeah. Okay. What we got next, Chris?
So we're gonna go over and speak to Mark from Hellbound Media now.
Lovely.
And again, he's a trader who's been with us from the start, and we often have them showcasing their work with us. So I'll add him to the stream and dodge out his mouth.
Hello.
Looking very festive there.
Oh yeah, make an effort.
But in a horrific ways, and that's what we all want.
Oh yeah, definitely. Got to have the
excellent. Cool.
Got a Christmas horror film.
Oh yes. Santa gone rogue. Rogue Santa rogue. So Mark, tell us a little bit, if say someone hasn't got a clue about horror, what and who and which is Hellbound Media?
Okay, so basically Hellbound Media is myself and Matt Warner primarily, and a few artists and the like, who sort of work together to make horror and dark fantasy comics. That's our sort of main thing. We've sort of started branching out here and there into other areas, but what we're most known for and what we do the sort of convention scene with, get my words right, is horror dark fantasy comics, essentially. And we're massive horror fans, and that's kind of what inspired us to start off and just to tell the stories that we are interested in and want to do, really.
So you like the stories and you want to see and read more of those. What's the difference between horror and dark fantasy for the uninitiated?
Well, to be honest, though, horror in itself will say that, but I think as a genre, it's a very So I just got a lot of people suddenly appeared here, being really distracting.
I was wondering what's going on there. What's happening there? Is like, are we being
carnage?
More cats?
Small people carnage.
Oh no! Attack of the tiny things.
I know. No, I think when I sort of say horror, I think actually, I think it's so versatile as a genre. People say horror, but it can be so many different things to different people anyway. You've got your slasher, your over-the-top blood, then you've got your spooky ghost stories and sort of creepy, the traditional go Christmas ghost story. Well, I think we need to bring that back, make that a thing again. So when we say dark fantasy, that's sort of how we sort of look at some of our more fantastical stuff that's perhaps a bit more suitable for younger readers as well. So we have stuff that's suitable for kind of all ages, which is our kind of Mandy the Monster Hunter, which is kind of things under the bed, creatures in closets,
goosebumps sort of thing.
Yeah. It's written for adults in terms of the themes and ideas, but in terms of content, it's not like blood and guts everywhere kind of thing. Whereas we have something like Slaughterhouse Farm, which is possibly suitable for no one. So.
I was curious as to who suitable, because you're talking about kids, and then Slaughterhouse Farm, which is suitable for. He's not going to say kids. No, he can't say
no one. No,
for
no one. I'm pretty sure we could hear Mary Whitehouse sort of turning in her grave as we were writing it. It's kind of that video nasty kind of homage.
Right, as long as she's trapped in there, we don't mind. Yeah. So is it specifically, it's graphic novels, comics, that sort of thing? Is it, or do you do any other types of media or formats, anything like that?
Well, we've branched into putting out some books. So we teamed up with a fairly local to you author from Liverpool, David Charlesworth, and he's doing his novella series Deathhead Valley, which is again a kind of 80s slasher homage. It's set in the modern day, but they're meant to read kind of like the novelization of kind of classic those old novelizations you've got of them. The second one of that is it should physically be out there. We did that on Kickstarter actually, and it's with the printer. The printer's getting it all together, but this time of year there's all sorts of things going on constantly, and with obviously the situation that's led to this online one, it's been a strange year.
But more and more people are turning to reading, to audiobooks, for a sense of escapism and things like that. So there is, there's still the market for it, but maybe it's just a little bit more difficult to fight through the mainstream sort of things, especially and mainstream horror as well. I mentioned earlier that it's the Stephen Kings, the Dean Koontzes that people know and love, and that's they're fine. But there's room in the marketplace, to use corporate speak, for every single title behind you that I can see. There's room in the marketplace for it.
Oh yeah, I've got all sorts going on here.
Is that just your personal collection?
Oh, there's another 2 shelves going that way. Wow. I think you get more into the horror here. I've got a shelf of Arrow and all the classics. I don't know. They've got random things. I'm like, wait, can we get that?
Wow. I'm having serious shelf envy at this point in time.
Yeah, it's oh, you've disappeared. I can't see you now.
I'm still here. Don't worry. I'm still here. It's just it's being the puppet master behind the scenes, all this sort of stuff.
Excellent. Now that's an interesting film, Puppet Master. How many of them are there now? I'm
really going to say 12 because who knows? There might be 12. I
think you're being a bit conservative there, to be honest. I think there's like 18 or something at this point.
Oh God! Just how much effort it goes into making a film, like because I'm an actor, and so I know how much effort goes into making even a bad film. And just they could have taken that amount of talent and time and effort and just squished it down and just gotten one proper solid film out of it, But what are you gonna do?
Again, it's like that horror thing, isn't there? There's people who love the sort of really cheap and cheerful kind of things, and there's people who love the. I think what's great about horror is that there's so much versatility, and that's what when we do our comics and stuff, we want to have. And we also do. Funny you should say that. We did our first feature film kind of as well. Called
which one was that?
Clown Face. So that came together really nicely. And we've done a comic prequel to that, which is again just needs to be had the fine details done and gone to print. It's been everything's sort of been on go slow today. I've seen other people who are like they seem to have taken this time and effort to just like put out tons of stuff, and they're going really fast, and it's like amazing. And here we are just going. Oh,
you do you. Don't look at anyone else in the race, and and you'll be fine.
Well, I think for us, we get a lot of energy from the events, from the Comic Cons, and going to regular events, and it's like we're missing them. We're missing them,
I've not been to many conventions, but the horror club ones, especially the ones that Chris runs, there's a certain energy about them. Like you say, it's a wonderful coming together of like-minded individuals, and just the fact that something like this, the online thing, has got I'm having a wonderful time. Don't know about you.
Yeah, no, it's been good. I've been keeping an eye watching it and seeing some of the amazing stuff that people have put together. It's stunning, and it's great to see.
So what sort of, do you have any sort of special like things you want to highlight that are currently on sale or that have just come out or anything like that?
Well, I suppose at the moment it hasn't necessarily just come out, but we've got our Shock Value Legacy, which we ran a Kickstarter on very early in the year and got the funding, and then we got the book and we got loads of books, and it was hugely successful, and then we had no Comic Con, so it's been entirely online. So it's one of those ones, because we do so much and see so many people and we do well at events, it's kind of odd having this book, and we keep thinking we published that months ago, but it's still new to a lot of people.
Yeah, but that's good. That just means there'll be more and more. It might be a slightly slower rollout, but it just means more and more people will discover it as time goes by.
Yeah, well, a huge thank you if the person who picked up a copy straight away today has got it. But yeah, that's a anthology basically of it's called Shock Value Legacy. It's our 5th anthology that we've done, and it's themed around the legacy of horror. So each story is a sort of original take or contemporary twist on vampires, werewolves, creatures, invisible men, all that. Yeah. So we haven't done kind of played them straight, but it's kind of a love letter to those kind of films and short stories and stuff that's just kind of spawned the horror genre as we know it.
Sounds fantastic. Sounds like right up my alley. I might suggest that as a gift idea for the wife.
Well, hopefully, and it's I think it's got a cover art by Ilan Sheedy.
Oh, Ilan, the wonderful Ilan.
Is that his work on your T-shirt there? Actually,
as far as I know, it is. Chris will be able to confirm, but as far as I know, Ilan has done all the comic book, the horror club designs. Chris will invariably tell me if I'm wrong or not, and I don't mind that, because the beginning of wisdom is saying I don't know.
That's very true.
Indeed. Well, thank you so much, Mark, for coming in and having a chat. Like I said, hellboundmedia.co.uk for all your horror and dark fantasy needs. Thank you so much for coming and having a chat with us.
No, thank you for having me.
Not at all.
Okay, it's been weird to be. It's like almost being back at a con. But,
almost. We'll get there. We will get there.
Okay, excellent. Thank you very much.
Cheers. And there we are. I'm just minority reporting myself.
All right. Can we do the high five? I don't know which way my camera's facing.
You're on that. No, you're on that. Oh, hang on.
Leaving me hanging.
Hey.
I just slapped my head.
Top quality content here, folks.
I know. Okay, awesome. Right, so that is. Oh, right. Just to touch on a couple of things that Mark was saying. Yeah, Mandy the Monster Hunter. It's great comic. I've got a few copies of it myself. And the David Charlesworth, who writes for them, I'm expectantly waiting on Deathhead Valley 2. I was in with the Kickstarter and yeah, looking forward to when that arrives on my doorstep. He's a great writer.
Fabulous.
So
are we done with guests? And should we take a minute to mention the other people who aren't going to be chatting with us, but are available on the market now? You've got the full list there, don't you?
I have, right. What I'm going to try and do is share my screen so I can show people. So we can just kind of go through them. Every time I've tried to do this during the stream, it's all gone a bit janky.
So bear with us.
Let us see what happens. Okay, that's my big head. Right. Oh, let me take that off. Okay, so when people log into the group, this is, and you go to albums, this is what you'll see. This is all of the traders that we have. I think there's 29 in total. So the folks who we haven't had with us today, that is Afterlight Comics, and he's a local fellow, Joey, and they produce they produce an awful lot of stuff, folklore inspired very often. I mean that title on the front page of their album, Goat Man, kind of says it all. He recently did a cryptid Top Trump style set of cards that doing substantially, it's done incredibly well on Kickstarter. So they'll, I believe, be going out soon if they're not already in process. Who else? We've got Apothecary de Mort, again a horror club regular.
I'm guessing that's some form of jewelry type thing. Just looking by the
this
picture.
Is where something. Let me see. You know what? I'm gonna come back to it. Should my screen ever load up in the background?
Well, thing is, anyone who we've not had an interview with, they are there. They're on the market. So people can look through themselves. Everyone is an amazing individual or collective of craftspeople, and they're at the top of their game. So we've got Apothecary de Mort, the Black Goat, who we've seen, Cthulhu Cat Cult. We've not seen Chroma Crystal.
Chroma Crystal. Let me just quickly run through everyone in that case. So Chroma Crystal, again, they do horror-inspired pin badges, print, all lovingly crafted. They do a little Freddy Krueger themed Nancy's pill bottle. So it's like a pill bottle of the drug that was used to keep the kids to make them sleep, and there's little Nancy badge in there and stuff. All beautiful stuff, and very much in the vein, the kind of collectible things that horror fans do really enjoy. We've got Dean of the Dead's Hot Sauces, or so Dean, or as he's known, Hot Dean, because obviously
very confident gentleman there.
Hot sauces, and he's very hot. And he does horror-inspired sauces. He's one of the sponsors for our Dead Night Film Festival as well. These things are fantastic. They have to be tried. To be enjoyed fully. Obviously.
So good they could reanimate the dead.
But yeah, so he's got Nightmare on Elm Street themed one. I wish I could. He's got a beautiful set of puns that they're all called, but clearly, my brain isn't up to passing that off. He also made a short film as an advert for his sauces, House of 1,000 Sauces, which is on YouTube. Who else we got? We have Die, My Darling. Misfits inspired, clearly. That's not a Morocco. It's Alabama Whirly, one of our crew, and she's a hairdresser, and she does styling, vintage styling and cuts and colours. She's got an album there of some of the looks, and you can book in with her before Christmas.
Yeah.
Evie Fox illustration. She has a book and pin badge there. Violet the ghost cat. I got a chance to have a read through this the other day, and it's beautiful. It's a wonderfully illustrated kids book. For kids who like the creepy things.
And there are kids out there who do like the creepy side of the street.
Definitely. We've got Evelyn Hunston, who creates artwork on rocks and pebbles, and other just hand painted traditional artwork. She has some beautiful things on there. Fire and Brimstone is our friend Steph, and she does wonderful candle sets and crystals. Melts, again, check it out.
The candles don't all smell of brimstone, do they? Because it's an acquired taste. Is there?
Not all of them, but I would hope some of them do.
Yeah.
We've got so many people on there, and we've got a few new traders, so I'm not necessarily familiar with all of their work. Final Girls, that's Amy Connolly. She is based in Manchester, I believe. And yeah, we haven't had her at a live event before, but hopefully we will soon. Pin badges, print regular badges, artwork, and then there's that Wes Craven Freddy pin badge on the front of her album. The Gift Burrow, they have all manner of weird horror inspired bath bombs. Again, check out there, and they do a lot of normal things for normal regular people too. They've got some wonderful gifts on their website.
Wonderful.
It'll only be the horror stuff in that album there.
I don't know how horror fans like a bath bomb now and again. Nothing wrong with treating yourself.
They do. It's good to wash.
You know what? It's one of the better things in life. I'm just going to say, having a nice clean.
Indeed. Who else? We've got Horror Homos, who have an album on there. That's Matt Beresford. He's taken part in some of our art exhibitions before. Again, he has a beautiful style to the work he does. That would be worth having a look at, and again, prints and the like can be purchased from him. Robert Parkinson's studio. He again, artwork inspired by oh my god, so many things. He's been part of our art exhibitions too. I've seen Morticia's. He does a wonderful League of Gentlemen print, and off genre the young ones and such. Again, beautiful prints, especially when they're framed, they look fabulous.
Yeah.
Katie Whittle illustration. Sadly, Katie couldn't be with us today. She's in hospital at the moment, but she's doing good.
Soon, Katie.
Yeah, definitely. And she's recently had a great Kickstarter for an ornithology tarot deck, which exceeded expectations crazily, and she did so well with that. She has spooky foil cards and prints, and she does comics and zines as Frisson Comics. So much work. One of these people who's constantly busy that it puts everyone else to shame.
One of those people. I bet she's really nice as well.
You know what she is, which just rubs salt into the wound.
Just makes you sick, doesn't it?
Who else we got? Little Bitch Cross Stitch, our friend Lou.
Speaking of people who make you sick.
So I believe Lou's she's probably out playing rugby at the moment.
More than likely, yeah.
Yeah, so I think that's why she wasn't with us today.
I actually got something from Lou as a commission made for my mother-in-law, and it actually went down quite well. So I can speak to the quality of Lou's stuff, and it was a commission piece, and she did a fabulous job. So I heartily recommend that. I recommend everyone, but especially Lou.
Yeah, we've got something hung up on the wall as well from her as a Stranger Things inspired hoop.
Yeah.
She does hoops. She does cards. She does mounted cross stitch panels, all sorts of stuff, and new and original pieces of artwork as well. Some fabulous stuff there. Who else? We've got Stuff of Kings up, and he did a range of Pokemon killers, which you'll see there. That's like I don't know the names of Pokemon.
I think that's Bulbasaur. I think, I'm not sure.
That's definitely not Bulbasaur.
I don't know. I spent a year in Japan, and it just made me hate Pokemon more.
Yeah.
I don't get Pokemon. It's just not my thing. I was like,
Yeah, I think Tiffany showed us a piece of artwork that demonstrates what a soul bulb looks like.
Yep.
So Stuff Kings Dan does pin badges. I believe he paints skateboards as well. Check out his page and album for all of the things in there. Next up on that list is Two-Headed Snake Entertainment. Now that's our friend, our team member Stu Jopia, and he made a Christmas film a few years ago called Good Tidings. You can get that in his album. It's a fabulous, budget kind of horror slasher about 3 killer Santas who aim to try. Well, they don't aim to try. They pick on a bunch of homeless people trying to have a quiet Christmas over in, I think it's in the Law Court in Birkenhead. It was filmed.
That sounds about right.
Maybe it was Southport. But it's all lots of local faces that you'll see in there. Andy Savage, again, one of the community did the effects on that. Great stuff. Stu also runs the Dead Night Film Fest. I'm wearing his shirt right now.
Nice.
One of our events in October, and we had to go online for that this year, but again, we'll be back doing it properly. Seated physical events next year. Fingers crossed. What else? We spoke to Tom, and Zombie Death Stare is another one of the traders we've had us with a few times. She does, oh my God, that's Lauren. She does so many beautiful things. I have one of my favorite T-shirts by her, very black and white gothic inspired, satanic kitties, coasters, mugs, art print, jewelry, all of the wonderful things. And at
who's this loser down at the end? What's that?
You know what? The worst thing that might be myself. And the worst thing about that is that album's completely empty because I've been too busy trying to run this whole to put my own artwork on. And showcase my own stuff.
The thing is that it's going to be a constantly, like, people can add stuff, they can take away stuff, they can put in new special offers. So even yourself, when you get a minute, you'll be able to put some things in there and sell some stuff yourself.
Yeah.
So what sort of things do you? I know, Chris. I know you normally do the test things.
So I've got stuff to put in later on today, so I do. Can I do this thing? Yep. So I do. painting. I have lots of prints available. So that's the Fawn from Lapland's Labyrinth. I have the Shining inspired Hokusai's Great Wave. I've got a whole bunch of prints, but I'll throw them up later on today.
Have you still got the Superland Banana versus the Liverbird print?
I have a couple of them available. Yes.
Wonderful. Because I can say that Chris very kindly a few years ago gave me one of those prints, and it's currently up on the wall. I'm not going to go over to get it because it's all the way over there. But it has pride of place on our wall because it's an amazing piece, and Chris is a very talented artist, as I'm sure you all know. Cool.
So I'll throw. Oh, sorry. So I'll throw those up later today. But as you've said, this album's going to stay online. This group will stay online till the end of December. So artists and vendors can still keep uploading, and you can come back to it at a later date. If you don't want to buy today, people can look at these and come back to things that they've seen. And it's an easy way to kind of get back in touch with the traders.
And would this, Chris, would this be a sort of thing that you could keep going beyond December, just as a place for people to sort of centralize like horror themed, gifts and stuff throughout the year? Is that a possibility? Or
you know what, it's not a bad idea. We talked about trying to have some kind of forum like that on our website, but something a bit more accessible that doesn't require our back end work that creatives can take care of themselves and curate that space. Might well be a good thing. So possibly,
I think it'd be a one-stop shop for all horror needs. I think is a fabulous idea. Because it isn't just horror stuff. Like horror is a massive part of it, but there's there's comic books, there's jewelry, there's home decor. It's amazing the sheer level of creativity that's on offer here. And I think I just want to say thank you to you, Chris, for coming up with the idea of Liverpool Horror Club in the first place.
It was myself and Ilan.
Ilan. Well, he's not here. He's not here.
Our endless conversations that spawned all of this. Okay, what I will show off though is we have a Liverpool Horror Club album on there, and just in time for Christmas, we've got a new T-shirt design, again designed by Ilan Chidi of Uncle Frank Productions. Let me attempt to pull it up. Yes, so this is our newest. How do I make that bigger? There we go. Wow. So this is our newest T-shirt design. It's our possessed girl, and
does she have a name?
She's been given names. I think Ilan had a name for her, but we've never completely agreed or seen eye to eye on it. So she is currently nameless.
Maybe I don't know. Just thinking, maybe we could have some form of competition where if people send in their names, and we pick the best one, that they get a free T-shirt. I don't know. It's an idea. I'm just sort of putting you on the spot right now.
Well, she'll end up being called like Ghosty McGhostface or Goth McGothface, probably.
You never know. I'm just saying, throw it out to the horror club masses. See what happens.
We will take suggestions, but I am not.
we will take them under advisement.
Of course. But yeah, so to go along with that new T-shirt design, we've also got our Christmas horror VHS gift pack. There is the usual assortment of items in there. There's 2 fridge magnets, there's a pin badge, a little skeleton Lego figure. Oh my god, I've opened one up, but I don't know if I can. It's got all. See, if I tip it up to show the camera, it all falls out.
You're watching live.
So that's probably not the best thing to do. Now it's all over my keyboard. Full of all manner of horror goodies. Yeah, there's a face mask, there's a pen, there's stickers, there's sweeties, balloons. This one's got a necklace in, or some of them have key rings. Stickers.
I can
Liverpool
vouch
Horror
for
Club
the quality of those face masks. They're wonderful, and they act like a sort of scarf / neckerchief when it's not over your face, and they're genuinely quite good.
LED rings. Who wouldn't need an LED ring?
Oh, my ring's already LED, so you know.
Yeah. Oh, Christmas decorations as well.
Hey!
Two little felt, a skull and a ghost. And anyway, so they're all on our website. The T-shirt on its own is $12.50, or the VHS packs are tenner, or a bundle deal of £20 for the two. If you will, yes, yeah, we try and keep things affordable, and there's so much in these packs that we'll have to tape them shut. So they make great gifts for great stocking fillers for people. Or if anyone's in Liverpool and wants to pick it up to avoid shipping, give me a shout and we'll sort it out. Okay, that's enough for me talking about my things.
So I think that's the end of the this portion of the online horrific Christmas market. There is only a little bit of time. I just want to thank everyone who's come in and had an interview, and those who couldn't make the interview for whatever reason. Your stuff is amazing and deserves to be sold out within minutes and seconds and hours. Thanks to all the online, to the vendors, and Jabella. No, we're not calling it Jabella. Horror McCarver. See, this is just, I knew this was going to happen the second of call her Kitty. No, Kitty, we won't call her Kitty or Alabama. I'm going to the ghost with no name there. That's what I'm going to call her. So I think that all that is left is to go once more to the doyen of the night. That is Mother Maggie Pie, and I think she's got a final message. So I'm going to say goodbye. It's goodbye from me.
And that's goodbye from me.
Smooth. Thanks very much.
Okay.
Bye.
We shall see you in real life next year, guys.
Yeah.
Have a good time. Take it. Have a good time. Have a merry fucking Christmas.
Merry fucking Christmas.
Well, we've come to the end. How's that happened? Well, because the end's happened. That's how things happen, isn't it? That's how things end. That's how lots of lives end. That's how I end lots of lives. I likes doing that. Ending lives. Anyway, thank you so much for coming to the Liverpool Horror Club online Christmas market. I hope that you have bought some wonderful things, and I hope that you keep on buying, because there'll be things open forever. Things are open forever. My owl mouth is open forever. I tried to shut it once. It did not go well. So keep on supporting all your local businesses, and we will see you again very, very soon.